Welcome to Wow Flash Flood, the place where breathtaking natural phenomena, fierce storms, and unbelievable events from around the world will make you say, wow. Hit subscribe now so you don't miss the most exciting videos. Every follow from you fuels our drive to keep delivering top-notch, high-quality content that will keep making you say, wow. And this is the moment when you're just cruising down the highway, vibing to some chill music. Then suddenly, the road decides to break dance. In China, a powerful earthquake struck right as dozens of cars were smoothly driving along a busy highway, like any other day. But no one expected that. In the blink of an eye, the ground beneath them would start shaking like a dance floor, making all the vehicles above bounce and tremble uncontrollably. This is the moment you realize, no matter how steady your hands are on the wheel, you're no match for Mother Nature's fury. When the entire highway starts vibrating like a giant bass drop, all that's left is a wild game of balance, and hope you stay on track. Wow, this shaking is absolutely unbelievable. You'd never believe it unless you saw it with your own eyes. Wow Flash Flood captures it all. Nature doesn't need warning signs, but its messages are always loud and clear. And if you thought the shaking ground was intense, just wait until you see the ocean unleashing its full fury. When the ocean gets angry, no one dares to joke around. One slap from a raging wave could send you straight to the front page of the Indonesia. Wow! The entire town is blanketed in white, like it was dipped into a giant bowl of flour. Cars buried under the snow as if they never existed. And now, let Wow Flash Flood take you back through the wettest chapters of nature's furious diary, when storms and floods made the whole world hold its breath. Typhoon Haiyan 2013. With wind speeds reaching 315 kilometers per hour, houses were blown away like matchsticks. And the floodwaters? They pushed boats into the middle of the street like a cruel, twisted joke.
Mạnh rồi nó chơi.
Remember Katrina, USA, 2005. Water rose to the rooftops and people clung to their homes waiting for rescue. The entire city of New Orleans was swallowed by an ocean. Not because they weren't prepared, but because nature was simply too brutal.
Catastrophic floods, when water submerges everything. In just a few hours, a flood can turn your streets into Venice, but you don't have a boat. Tip: if you see fish swimming in front of your house, don't wait for a crocodile to appear. Find higher ground immediately.
Then came Pakistan, 2022, when nearly a third of the country was submerged in water, turning the entire plains into an inland sea. A disaster so massive that, from above, even the map itself had to be in shock. If you think a storm is just a heavy rain with a light breeze, then sit tight, because the wind is about to whip so hard it'll blow you right out of your seat. Wow, the trees are being uprooted like they're just weeds. Nature is truly no joke. Bogonu, Oman, 2007. The most powerful storm ever recorded in the Arabian Sea. Winds reached 260 kilometers per hour, sweeping away streets and even knocking out the national power grid. When hurricanes reach levels 10 to 11 and are still considered strong, the following storms are in a whole new category, where the winds don't just whistle past your ears, they tear off roofs, uproot trees, and blow away your sense of reality. And if you're thinking, how can the wind be this strong? Just remember, the earth doesn't need a reason to rage, it just needs the right gust of wind at the right moment. Wow Flash Flood, where storms are not just weather, but action-packed movies without special effects. Don't think of this as just a channel about terrifying disasters. We bring you the perfect blend of science, entertainment, and even a bit of humor. Because even in the midst of the fiercest storms, there are moments that will make you laugh. These are the moments where nature puts on a show, yet they're also truly terrifying. If you love these intense videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Wow Flash Flood to catch the next jaw-dropping moments. Which scene did you like the most? Comment below.